Assalamualaikum everyone, it's me Rifa, back here again, your regular host from Team Bertho with another episode of Ichi-go Ichi-e, and that's episode 11. So a lot of you have been sliding into my DMs asking me why haven't I been in touch with Team Bertho or maybe any other live sessions. Did I leave that or not? But nah. Actually, I was going through my academic stress and a few more other things lately, so I took some time and I'm here back with another episode like I've mentioned. Now, you must be thinking, why am I wearing pink? Is there any reason behind it? Well, yeah, it's the month Pink October. As we all know, in a global effort to raise awareness on breast cancer, this month October is actually designated as the Pink Month, where we place all sorts of effort in order to educate those getting concerned about this disease, which is actually spreading pretty much these days. Now, including the early identification and signs, there are also symptoms associated with breast cancer. And that's exactly what October is all about and why we're all wearing pink today. Now, today we have Sia Godika as our guest for today's show, who is a 16-year-old sweetie from Bangalore. And she has been seen numerous cases of improvised people in her neighborhood living without footwear. Now, seeing this harsh reality of unprivileged sections, she actually laid a foundation for soul warriors. And this initiative that she took basically aims to refurbish footwear from privileged sections of society and donates them to disadvantaged communities, basically. So, as you can relate, the topic for today's discussion is Soul for a Soul with Sia Godika. And we are actually delighted to announce Sia Godika as our guest for the live session of Ichi-go Ichi. So please put your hands together.
Thank you so much for that introduction. And
You're welcome.
wearing pink is the reason behind it is extremely noble. Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm going to start off by sharing about soul warriors, which Rifa has already talked about a little bit. Let me know if you can see my screen right now.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, perfect. So I'll be talking about Soul Warriors. It's an NGO which I started 3 years ago now when I was 13. And we actually started this initiative because we saw, as you said, a lot of impoverished people without footwear. And there was one particular moment which really prompted me to start which really prompted the thinking behind Soul Warriors. And let me take you through a trip down my memory lane. Well, it all started when I was walking down my neighborhood, walking around my neighborhood. And in Bangalore, I'm sure even in Dhaka, there are constant constructions going on. And at this one construction site, there was a family of 4, 2 children, 2 young toddlers, and 2 parents. The parents were working, and I was just noticing how their children were walking around that road, which had so much dust, stones, metal, iron poles, and their feet were cracked and hard and dirty and blood stained as well. And I was so shocked that their parents, who were just standing there working, weren't doing something about that. And so I realized that this reality of not having foot cover is the reality for around 1.5 billion people out there. 1.5 billion people do not have proper foot cover. They walk around in contaminated areas and get hurt on their feet. Well, I immediately rushed home, actually. I rushed home to get some footwear for them. I knew that I had some shoes which I'd either grown out of or I just never wore. And I opened my closet and realized that there was so many footwear which basically never saw the light of day. And this is a culture especially in Indian homes, where we just leave the footwear in our closet lying there. And we say, you know what, we'll give it to our younger sibling. I used to get many hand-me-downs from my elder brother. And otherwise, we just think we'll give it to the next generation. But the thing is, we don't really give it to the next generation because trends run out, etc. Instead, they just lie sitting in our cupboards. And 350 million pairs of shoes get discarded every single year. 350 million pairs of shoes get discarded while 1.5 billion people walk around without footwear. And this is just a sad reality, which prompted me to think about Soul Warriors, an initiative, simple three-step initiative, where we collect used footwear, refurbish them, and then donate them to those in need. So the process really starts with collection. We collect footwear in apartment complexes, gated communities, basically anywhere. You see apartment complexes everywhere in Dhaka or Bangalore or Mumbai, anywhere, right? And we just go in there, get a few volunteers who help us out, and start collection drives. Put carton boxes and ask them to give away their used shoes. And we get so many pairs. But there are also a few pairs which come in bad condition. So we've partnered up. We store them in their warehouse, and then we segregate these shoes. So as you can see, many of these boxes are the boxes in which we collected the shoes. And then this entire pile over here were shoes which could not be used. So we partnered up with Presto Cobblers, who then helped us to refurbish these shoes. And honestly, they cleaned up the shoes so well that they looked like new at the end of it. And the children who we were giving it to, the delight in their eyes was priceless. So, of course, after refurbishing these shoes, we go on distribution drives. That could either be in slums or even orphanages. So as you can see, these two pictures are from orphanages and girls' government schools where we had donated these shoes. And these pictures are from slums where with the help of RHA, Robin Hood Army, or the Rotary Club, several collaborations, we go and distribute these shoes. So at the moment, we're also trying to create soul entrepreneurs. Now, what is that? Well, during the pandemic specifically, a lot of people got affected and they weren't able to make ends meet. So what we did was we gave them little jobs for the segregation of the shoes. So if you see in this warehouse picture, this is Mr. Ebenezer. He is paralyzed waist down. So he helped us to segregate these shoes or sanitize them, little wear and tears, and that we paid him based on that. So there are currently 5 soul entrepreneurs working with us. So some others are Miss Mahalakshmi, etc. And of course, Soul Warriors could not get anywhere without our collaborators. And we got several of our volunteers from the Ploggers Army. We thank each and every tie-up wholeheartedly. So of course, we couldn't get anywhere without our volunteers. They're the backbone of this movement. So at the moment, our volunteers start collection drives in their apartments, or they join us on distribution drives, or they've even started collection drives and new Soul Warrior chapters in other cities and countries. And we've touched 3 countries till now: India, USA, and Liberia. And we're hoping to also touch Singapore with some young volunteers there. Hopefully you can help us get the Soul Warrior initiative out there. Our goal is to eventually help 1 million feet. And at the moment, we're at a quarter of that goal, only about 25,000. Go Soul Warriors!
So, was that it from your like presentation part?
Yeah.
Okay, that was really nice. I really appreciate the effort that you took. I mean, that's absolutely amazing. Even we see it these days, not even these days, we've been seeing it for a pretty long time. It's just that maybe we see it, but we don't have that courage to take that initiative towards that. So that's absolutely amazing that somebody like you, who's still a teen, and she took initiatives like this.
Thank
So
you.
how did you feel when you worked for it?
I think initially, so before Soul Warriors, I had tried to start another initiative. It was a
Okay.
lake rejuvenation initiative called
Okay.
Lake Warriors. You can see where I got the inspiration from.
Uh-huh.
The name inspiration from. But we tried to start Lake Warriors and it fell flat on its face because there was no planning behind it whatsoever. So to start Soul Warriors, I think the first thing which needed to be done, like I brought it to our dinner table conversation, and my parents said, "Go back into your room, plan, make a PPT, do something,
Uh-huh.
plan it out,
Mhm.
because nothing's gonna start without proper planning." So
True.
that's how it actually started, and due to social media, WhatsApp, we made a
Mhm.
poster and then it got shared on WhatsApp. It got forwarded. So that
Mhm.
was pretty cool. We got a lot of volunteers because of the forwarding of the poster.
And was there any sort of obstacle that you guys faced while carrying out this entire thing?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think the first obstacle was definitely the fact that I was only 13 when it started. So some people were like, "You're just 13. Am I supposed to believe you? Am I supposed to collaborate with you or like
Uh-huh.
take your
There were like
initiative as a
issues
screenshot?"
rising from here and there, right?
Yeah, definitely. But then they also realized the authenticity of the initiative after it started gaining momentum. And I think my age was also on my side at times because I realized that a lot of people were willingly mentoring me. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were much more willing to mentor me. I got a lot of mentors through this process
Okay.
and learned a lot through them. And without the mentors, Soul Warriors wouldn't be anywhere, honestly. And another issue which we faced was that people started treating our collection drives as garbage dumps, if you know what I mean. Like,
Uh-huh.
we don't recycle footwear, we refurbish them. And there's a
Yeah,
minor
yeah.
difference in that. Recycling is
Um,
just breaking the shoes down and then
yeah,
creating,
right.
yeah. But refurbishing is just those minor wear and tears. And people started putting rags and shoes which were in horrible condition, and we couldn't
Mm-hmm.
really refurbish them. So I think the action which we took was we kept reinstating in our posters, in our um,
Mm-hmm.
WhatsApp, WhatsApp text messages, etc. We kept saying we are not going to accept footwear which are in bad condition.
Mm-hmm.
So slowly the footwear which were in bad condition reduced. So that was a good thing.
Okay. So, do you plan to pull this chain of refurbished shoes to many other Asian countries where it's still developing? For example, places like Bangladesh and a few more where people are actually suffering to buy new shoes. So, would you actually go out to bring it there?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, in most Asian countries, actually, there is a process of keeping shoes or keeping other things in your closet and then saving it for the next generation, right?
Uh-huh.
So we know that everywhere there's always a sector of the community which has the privilege of having multiple pairs, which they don't use. But
Mhm.
then there are also sectors of the community who are in need. So if volunteers were willing to, we would definitely love to start chapters in these different countries.
Okay. It's actually really, pouring out some positive vibes to see that the initiative that you take. I know I'm saying it again and again, but I'm actually really surprised. Like even when I go and have a walk across the street, I see a lot of children, men, women. I mean, the unprivileged ones. They're actually suffering from the footwear, and I really feel bad for them. And maybe that's what you said before. Like I keep my old shoes, and maybe I give out to them, but maybe only a handful of them are being saved from that, right? But I wish I could actually do something that could actually be effective for the whole community out there. So yeah.
Yeah, agreed. You know what? You can be our first soul warrior in Bangladesh. Sorry,
Sounds
I'm
really
quoting you from Team Bertho.
no, no, that's perfectly fine. In fact, you should be. I mean, I think I should really appreciate that you're pursuing me to take this forward on behalf of you.
Yeah.
So yeah, and what else? I mean, you told
Well,
me about what inspired you, right? And you told me about your obstacles. Now, how did you find Team Bertho to bring you out this topic?
I think Murshid also is an incredible person.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he is also a Diana awardee, right? So I'm also a Diana awardee. We just, I think, mutually connected through that.
Uh-huh.
And it is what Team Bertho is doing is incredible. It's so inspirational. Like bringing out stories of change is
Mm-hmm.
so impactful because it inspires others also to bring a change around them. So yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
kudos to you guys.
And do you think there is any sort of suggestion that you'd like to place in order to improvise Team Bertha, maybe?
I think Team Bertho is doing amazing. One thing which I would actually like to say is to the young people out there who think
Mm-hmm.
maybe their age could be an obstacle, use your age. Like if you want to start social initiatives, go for it, take action because we need young people at the front line because they're our future. And also at the moment, if they're my biggest learning through Soul Warriors was actually the value of time management.
Mm-hmm.
So I was juggling schoolwork, extracurriculars, and also this initiative, which I was very passionate about. And to do all this, every night I would make this timetable before going to bed,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Right.
would check off these things. Like it sounds so silly, but it actually helped. It helped quite a lot. So I would make these timetables to manage my time because I'm a
Mm-hmm.
huge procrastinator.
It's more
And
like a big us moment.
yeah, I know it's so relatable. Half of the world are procrastinators, and people who are not are
True.
are so lucky. Like I want to be you. um. So yeah, I think these checklists really helped,
Mm-hmm.
especially during the exam time, and also during exam times. Oh my god, this strand of hair keeps coming in my face.
No
um.
wonder I've actually plucked them somewhere at the end.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. My hair just wouldn't listen to me ever.
You've got pretty long hair, bro. It's so pretty, mashallah.
So my mentors really helped me during my exam time, and like I was like, okay, maybe we should put Soul Warriors at a halt during this time. Maybe we should pause it. And they were like, no, no, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. We'll coordinate the transportation, the distribution, etc. Like they were a huge help. So definitely get a mentor. And my last learning was also that there's always a solution. Like every single problem has a solution. Excessive shoes flooding our collection boxes, reminders
Mm-hmm.
and reminders and posters solve that problem. So there are so many good people out there that there's always going to be a solution.
true. That's very true. All right. So now that we are almost at the end of our, podcast, I'd like to play a rapid fire with you if you're okay with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
I love it.
So just to make this a little more fun and maybe not more monotonous for our viewers who are actually watching this. All right. So shall we start?
Yeah.
Okay. You have only like 2 seconds to answer each of the questions. Okay.
What? That's
Like,
so fast.
yeah, no wonder it's called rapid fire. You have to be super fast in that, okay? Like your answers are supposed to be spontaneous.
Okay, hopefully my brain
Okay.
works fast enough.
Okay. Favorite color?
Blue.
Favorite place in India?
Jaipur.
Okay. Favorite food in India?
In India, an Indian food would be bhel puri.
Okay. And is there any other food apart from the Indian cuisine that you'd like to try? I mean, that's your favorite?
I'm obsessed with Korean food at the moment.
Okay. No, that's not us. I'm sorry.
BTS for life.
Oh my, are you a BTS fan?
Of course I am.
Okay.
Oh no, I can sense you're not.
Well, it's not that I hate them, but neither is that I like them. It's somewhere in between. I really like the way they choreograph their dance. That's perfectly amazing. Their moves are so good and so smooth. But
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just can't binge on anime for like an hour or so.
Oh no, anime and K-pop are completely different. I don't watch anime.
Okay, but you're a K-pop fan, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you like Korean foods.
Now you make me seem like a typical K-pop fan.
Anyways. And what else? What do you like to wear? Like, what's your favorite clothing? Like, do you get along with traditionals or maybe the westerns?
I never wear traditionals. Like I have two traditional clothes in my closet.
Okay.
I mostly go with Western clothes.
Oh,
Crop
okay.
tops, skirts. Yeah.
And what's special about Bangalore?
I would like to say the amount of traffic, but I feel like people would come at me. um, so we have great gardens and parks. So
Mm-hmm.
a few parks, but yeah, I would say that's a specialty.
Okay. How much do you know about Bangladesh? Or maybe is there anything that makes you want to visit Bangladesh in the
I,
future?
the people, you, Murshid sir, I want to visit and meet you guys.
Really, please do pay a visit. We're having our puja holiday, so why don't you just come up here and we're gonna have fun?
100%. I'll just drop by one day.
Sure. And I remember my hometown. It's actually pretty near to India. It's just a borderline out there. So yeah.
Oh, wait, which state is it near to? If you know.
I don't really remember. I think. Wait, I don't really remember.
I'm horrible at geography too.
Same, but I remember. See, I live somewhere, somewhere in Joshua. So they have this borderline, and you can actually get along using a pass with the help of a boat. Maybe it's that close. All you really need is just a visa and a passport. Maybe
That's so cool.
it's just
Wow.
like 20 minutes or maybe 30, somewhere like that.
Oh my god. Have you come to India before?
No, I've never been there, but yeah, I'd surely love to meet you.
Oh yeah, 100%. Come live with me.
Sure. And why don't you tell me about your puja plans? Have you got any?
My grandparents are
Mhm.
pretty religious, so they'll probably go to the temple and do some pujas, put up some idols. I think they put up little dolls during this time. My
Okay.
grandmother loves to put a showcase of dolls. But I will be going to Delhi to stay with my nani and nanu for some time.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, dadi and dadu. Yeah, that's like my.
Oh, you call them Dadi and Dadu as well.
Yeah, I do. Paternal
Okay.
side.
I used to call my daddy Dadi Ma and my Dadu Dadu Bhai.
Ah, okay. I call my grandparents Amma and Tata and Dadi and Daddu. I
Oh,
don't know.
and I actually wanted to know the wait, what was that? I don't really remember. Do you have different language for Bangalore, or is it like inside Tamil and everything?
No, no. So we have Tamil Nadu, and over
Uh
there, I
huh.
think they speak Tamil. But
Okay.
in Bangalore, we're in the state of Karnataka, so we generally speak Kannada. And then if you go to the Rajasthan side of things, people would be speaking Hindi. So we have
Uh huh.
so many languages. Like we've Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Hindi. It's so many. There's a mix of languages.
This actually fascinates me, like
Yeah.
like nothing else. I actually binge on a few Tamil movies sometimes or the other. I actually get along with the subtitles since I don't know it, but I would really love to know what it means and learn it sometime.
Come learn with me. I've started learning Tamil, but the only thing I know is Tani Venu, which means I want
Okay.
water. And I don't know where I'm going to use that.
Maybe in your home when you need to have water.
Yeah, definitely.
And how many languages do you know though?
I know Hindi, Kannada, English, a little bit of French. I'm learning Spanish, and I'm
Okay.
trying to learn Tamil. So yeah,
Okay. So can you
six.
say anything in your language? I mean, I forgot what's that name?
Hindi or Kannada?
No, not in Hindi. That one.
Kannada. Ah, okay. Nange Kannada ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. I said I know Kannada a little bit and I speak Kannada.
Hmm.
Half of the
Okay.
time people make fun of the accent which I have while I speak these languages. So
Hmm. So do you
I'm
not have the local accent, or like, does it sound like the foreign people out there?
I was born in the US and then we shifted when I was younger.
Oh,
But
okay, okay.
I should have lost my accent by now. I have no idea why sometimes when I speak the other languages I get an accent. I have no idea why. What about you?
Okay,
What
so
are your Sorry? Sorry,
oh,
please
oh
go
no,
ahead.
please, no, I wasn't supposed to say anything. Sure, I'd like to hear it from your end.
What are your Dashera plans?
What? I didn't hear
Oh,
you
sorry, not
properly.
Dashera. What is the holiday which you guys are celebrating?
Right now, we are celebrating the Puja holiday, and on Sunday for the Muslims, we have Muharram air holiday. I don't know if you're familiar
Oh,
with that,
yeah,
but
I've heard
yeah.
of it.
So we are basically having a week holiday, and that's fantastic.
That's amazing. That's the life.
Yeah, maybe, but academic pressure doesn't really uh, seem to be leaving your back. It just gets onto you like a slime, sticking right there.
No, I know it's so tough. We're also
So
having
sticking.
holidays right now. Sorry?
Oh,
Sorry,
no,
please
no,
go
no,
ahead.
nothing, nothing. Please carry on.
We are also having holidays right now. So we have
Mhm.
a festival called Dashera in
Okay.
India for the Hindus. So we have a
Hmm.
week's off. And I'm trying to run away from studies, but my dad keeps coming, keeps entering my room every 2 minutes and is like, "Are you studying? You better study
Hmm.
or sleep."
Okay, wait, what are you even studying though? I haven't heard it though.
I'm currently in grade 11. So,
Okay.
yeah. So that's the second last year before I graduate and go to university.
Hmm.
Um, I'm planning on majoring in economics. So
Okay.
I'm trying to study that. Trying
Oh.
to draw those graphs and get in those statistics.
Right now, I am in my unis getting my major done on CSE. So yeah,
Oh,
I'm in the second year.
yay! Congratulations.
I don't really think that's exactly what I feel. So I'd like to say something in my language, which is Bengali, and that's exactly what we speak. Have you heard Bengali? I mean, do you know how to speak it?
I just know it's called Bangla. In
Okay.
I know people who know Bengali. I don't know how to speak it though.
Oh, okay. So I want you to say two lines for our audience who are actually binging on it, so that they can actually, feel connected to the show.
Of course.
Okay, so আপনারা সবাই ভালো থাকবেন আল্লাহ হাফেজ. Okay, I'll break it down for you. আপনারা
Sorry?
আপনারা.
Apnara?
Wait, do I write it down here?
Sure. Yeah. As you can see, I'm bad at languages.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. You already know so many of them.
I can say it out loud if you want. Okay. Apnara shobe bhalo takben kuda hafez. Is that
Yeah, it
all
basically
that pronunciation?
Yeah, it basically says you are actually asking them to, stay safe till you come up next time. And you're actually biting a goodbye in a really decent manner.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, I love that line. I'm saving it forever.
Sure.
Well, stay safe, everybody. Thank you for having me.
We're about to end the session right now. Now that we're almost at the end of this session, and I'd like to thank Sia, like a bunch of thanks for coming up to Team Bertho and actually sharing your experience with the project. I mean, the initiative that you have taken. And trust me on this, having you here was absolutely amazing. And I genuinely appreciate those who are actually listening from day one and the newcomers who have been joining till the end of this session. I hope you actually found this worth binging on, and hopefully you'll be seeing more of me in the upcoming sessions of Team Bertho. Till then, stay safe and healthy. Bye. Good for night.
Thank you for having me. Bye.